What is good, everyone? Saintsrife here, bringing you another Guilty Gear Strive video today, and we are gonna do a tier list for the beta. Yeah, a tier list. This is just for fun. Obviously, this is day minus 60 or 50 for before the game actually comes out, but I'm just gonna rank these characters based on, in my opinion, how strong they are, and basically I'm putting other people's opinions into this matter too. Overall, we're gonna make tier lists basing on those on who is the best in the game and who is the worst. And surprisingly, no one's that bad. It's actually fairly balanced. I don't think there's actually a bad character in the game. Everyone's designed differently, but they play pretty well and pretty unique. Like all Guilty Gear Guilty Gear games. But first, if you haven't already, hit the like button for this video, and be sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell when I upload new videos just like this, talking about Guilty Gear Strive. But yeah, so let's get to it. Anyways, as I said, there is no bad character, so there's no C tier, so no character is C. It's either A, B, or S. But as the game keeps going on, I do believe that we might just have just an S and A tiers, but obviously A plus, A minus, and regular A, then S and S plus. It might go that route depending on how the game is balanced, especially after 1 month when the game drops from now and a month afterwards. So anyway, obviously we're not gonna do Angie, Mito, or Ino since they were just announced, so not in the beta, so we can't say anything at all about these characters and how good or bad they are. But obviously not in the beta, so we can't make a judgment. So we're gonna start with Sol. Sol, I will have him in A. Sol in A, and basically really good balanced character. Has Bringer, really good. Well, everyone is really good with the RC mechanics, but I think Sol is able to implement it easier. He has loops where it was discovered that with that really great damage. He can't do his supers on wake. You can do it on wake up, but you can't really like whip him out there like any other super, as they do have a lost startup animation, so you can able to block easily, especially with his install super, which isn't an install. But overall, I do like so a very good character, and overall I put him in A. Kai, I will also put in A. I was thinking about putting him in S, but I think him and Sol are up there. I think Sol might be a little bit better. Great range, has Dragon install, but I didn't see a lot of people use Dragon install as much. Has great DP overall, very balanced, has everything. Basically your fair and balanced character, but basically very plain. But if you want to win, I think Kai is the character you go to. But obviously you're gonna have to do more than just like the basic strategy he does with his shock state. But overall, very strong character. I think he is very good. We're going to our first character in S, the Gorilla, May, with Dolphin. Obviously, they fixed that where you don't have to do like the same moves like over again and get like a huge amount of damage. But obviously, with her Dolphin moves, is really good. She may not have mix, but she does have a command grab, which is really good. She's very good on pressure. Very good range. She's only really good with her Manini ball move. Overall, really impressive. Very strike character, and overall probably one of the best in the game. People are arguing if she's top 1 or top 3. She's obviously top 3 at least, or top 5, but depending on how other things go. Axel, I'm gonna have him right now for B, because even though we did see his time stop mechanic with his super, we did not see a lot of Axels. Very good rate zoning character, great command grab from long distance, really good to use. But surprisingly, I didn't see a lot of Axels. But when I faced Axels, they were really hard to play against, since you obviously have to play their zoning game. But when you try to get close, you can obviously try to zone you and try to like command grab you. But once you get in, it's pretty easy there. So for right now, I'm gonna have Axel and B. Very good character. I could have him at the bottom of A, but that might change later on this tier list. But speaking about the bottom, worst character right now, unfortunately, is Chip. Low damage. Having his shadow clone or clone out there, with that clone able to take damage and that causing you damage as well, is really bad. Because if you send out your clone and it gets hit, that you're taking damage for it. So that's unfortunately not good for Yuki, who he can send his projectile, which is also a clone, but he doesn't take damage. So unfortunately, Chip gets the wrong end of the stick. He does deal really good damage. Great mobility, very fast, but unfortunately his health does suffer from that, as he is the lowest health character in the game. So he is a glass cannon where he can go like all out crazy, but within like a couple of touches, he's dead. So unfortunately, he lost his Turbo 2 from the previous game, so that really did hurt him as well. But overall, I do think Chip is really strong, but you do have to make him work a lot to get the damage. And unfortunately, if you get hit, you're pretty much screwed. And we possibly have the best character in the game. I probably might rearrange these later on, but Potemkin. Even though Potemkin is a command guard character and he does not have a normal dash or air dash, he does have moves where he can able to go in with a command dash or command air dash, and he has a really great command grab where he can do a Potemkin Buster, and once he gets in, it's pretty much GG's. So even though you want to get in to get damage, but if you do, you're playing into his game, and if you do it, and when he does his super with the little like energy orbs coming out with that creates that energy shield. You can go under it, but if you try to go over it, he'll just like grab you with that command, which was a command grab, but it was a hit, which is probably the coolest animation in the game, in my opinion. So he can beat you with that, with enough meter. But overall, Potemkin really strong, really great. But let's see how they do Potemkin, and obviously all these characters once this game actually drops at the end. We have Faust. Faust is not bad. I'll put him. I wanted to put him at B, but I think he's good at bottom A. So obviously, when people started to get their hands on Faust, they were like, "Oh my God, this character's bad. He doesn't have his buttons anymore. His items suck. What are we gonna do?" But overall, with Naga and Hook getting their hands on Faust, there was more tech to be discovered, and he's actually not that bad. Great command grab mix up. He go 50-50. His items are actually good in my opinion. Trumpet can actually be a double-edged sword, where even though the items are thrown at the opponent, but if you get a trumpet out, that benefits the opponent. But obviously, he has really good other tools such as the banana, giving people health, which is you or them. Mini Faust, the bombs. Even though the bombs can be a detriment to you if you're not able to play a volleyball right with it. But overall, Scarecrow is really good to get out of the corner. Good mixed tool as well. I think it just hasn't been explored yet, but we'll see what people do with it. Great range, great long range moves. I really like his golf move where he like hits you back. That good move. Mix really good as well. Well, wow, great corner pressure to the corner carry there. Great corner pressure, and overall, I think Faust is a good character. I don't think he's bad. He's not bad at all. And we have our next S tier character, not C tier. There's no C tiers in this tier list. Millia. Millia, obviously, just like Chip, has low health, but not as low as him. But very, very fast. She has 2 dashes in the air. She has great Oki. Even though she did Lizard Pin, she still has a massive Oki game. And she's able to corner carry. She's able to corner carry to you from one corner to the next. She does work for her damage, but it is worth it at the end. Overall, very fast, very good. I didn't see a lot of people use Mirage, or they're able to mix you up, and dash like behind or in front of the opponent. I would like to see that more often. I do think Millia has not been fully explored yet, from what I've seen from other Millia players. overall, I think Mila's really strong. I think I will main this character, but I am right now a Soul main, but I would like to main Soul and Milia, but we shall see with that. But overall, I think Milia is a great character. Now Zato. Zato is very interesting. He could be at S or B, but I'm gonna have him at bottom A. I know I did Faust, but after thinking about it, I think Faust is better than Axel. Better than, well, obviously he's better than Axel. Better than Zato, but Zato, obviously a puppet character. Great range. I think when he's used right, Zato is actually very strong, very hard to deal with, especially when you're trying to go. I don't know, like he throws Eddie, but you gotta make sure he throws Eddie out at the right time. If not, he can hit you with the frog move where it leaps over too. And I did not see a lot of people use his command grab. Surprisingly, I don't think people were really like had that in mind to use the command grab, as they were just more focused on using Eddie. But overall, I think Zato could be very strong at the game, in the game overall, once people get used to him and know how to use his game plan more. But overall, Zato's probably one of the coolest characters in the game, probably the coolest looking with his design, especially with Eddie. But overall, I think Zato is just bottom A right now. I think he could be higher if we can see more setup play with him and Eddie, but for right now, I'll have him at the bottom of A. I don't think he's B bad, but he could be up there. Now, the other oppressive S tier character, Ramnathal. I don't have Ram as the top character. Even though what's holding her back is that she doesn't have a command grab. She does have great range. But the only bad thing, well, one of the bad things she does have is when she throws her swords out of her projectiles, she does lose them. So if she throws both out, she's kind of, her damage is massively nerfed. And I don't think she has that much a way to defend herself. So if you're able to get in and get some damage to her without her swords out, it's free game. But overall, very strong, very great long reaching when she does have swords. Great projectiles too. Great super as well, as they're able to RC out of it and go through a mix if they're able to block it. But if you're to hit them and you mix and hit them with the super, you get more of a kind of an Oki setup, and you go for a meaty grab or meaty punch. But overall, Ram's really strong, great range, great character. I hate this character, but overall, great. Everyone thinks she was gonna be gutted because she was not as strong as she was in X-Heart, but obviously Ram players and especially Sonic Fox showed that she is not to be messed with. And Leo's not bad. Leo, obviously, he has that his stance rate is going to go behind, but very unga bunga, very strong. Really, someone to be to not be taken light with. But obviously, if you throw his projectiles, if you're to get under it, you're able to damage him easily over him. But if you want to use his super, you have to go through his stance. But a lot of his movesets are in from stance, which might hurt him. But overall, very strong damage. Once again, Zenny, he goes crazy, and he is a great comeback character too. But overall, I think Leo is very strong. Will I touch Leo? I'm not sure, but overall, I think Leo could be top tier later on, but I don't think he's there yet. But overall, he hasn't changed much from X-Heart, but I think with more exploration of the character, he could move up the tier list. But for right now, we'll see. Nago. Very interesting character. I'm gonna have him above Leo, because Nago's a very interesting character. Obviously, because of his blood gauge mechanic. You have to be careful when you use him, because if you use a lot of special moves or you're not aware of it, he can go into blood rage mode and your opponent's right there, and they can get a free punish. But overall, if you're to mix them right, and you match it blood gauge right, you're able to like massively deal your opponent with significant damage. So, but I really realized if you know how to fight against Nago, it's not that bad. But if Nago gets in and he gets like that damage and he able to go into his Blood Rage mode, especially with that chip damage he's able to do, oh my god, it's hard. But with his health like declining, especially if you're able to play it right, he'll be dead within the next hit or two if you're able to space him out enough and deal enough damage. So Nago's really interesting. Overall, he's middle of the pack. I would say he's like below Leo for right now. And the last character, Giovanna. Gio, I don't think she's as good as Nago right here. I'll say that. Great beginner character. Very strike heavy. Has no projectiles, but she has a move where she's able to cancel projectiles of the opponent. Nice overhead move. A little bit of a mix there, but not a lot. But great anti-air game with her little dash move. She does have the smallest toolset of any character in the game, but I don't think she's bad. She's pretty good. I did face a lot of Giovannas, but I know her game plan. I just can't like get rid of this character. I don't know how to beat this character, but obviously with lab work she could be easier to handle, but she could move up the tier list. I could see her going down, but I think she could stay somewhere in the middle or below the middle of the pack. But overall, I think she's good. Her mechanic where she gets a buff after her gauge reaches 50 and 100%, really good. But you lose that damage once you do use the gauge. But overall, I think she's a very solid character. Not the best, but I think she's good. Is this my final tier list? Yeah, this is my final tier list. If anything, I might move Faust above her. No, I'll move Faust up. Yeah, I'll put that right there. I don't think Soul's S. He's close though. Ramathon Bay. Yeah, I would say these are your top characters. This is the final tier list. Overall, I am happy with it. Obviously, this is just day minus 40 of this beta of the tier list before the game comes out. This is nothing to be taken serious with. Obviously, these characters could obviously change throughout not throughout the game, obviously throughout the game, but once the game just launches, all these characters change. Everyone could be buffed. For what we know, Axel could be the best character in the game, and Potemkin could be the lowest, which is, if we go by history, it was most likely to happen. But who knows what's gonna happen? Ramlethal could get nerfed. Soul's Infinite might get nerfed. Well, actually, probably will get nerfed. There is Infinite from Zato that was discovered that's probably gonna get nerfed. But overall, they could add more menus to these characters, but we'll see what it is. But yeah, this is the final tier list. Tell me what you guys think. Do you approve? Who would you move? Who would you have number 1? Who would you have number 2? Top 5? Who would you have the worst? Let me guys know in the comments down below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching for this video. Be sure to hit that like button for this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell when I upload new videos just like this talking about Guilty Gear Strive. Anyway, guys, I'll probably be back with another Guilty Gear Strive video later on. We'll see what that one will be about. That might be my DLC prediction list video, but we'll get to that once we do. Anyway, guys, thank you guys very much for watching this video. This is Saiyan Survive signing out. I'll see you guys later. Catch you in the next one. Bye.